Hi everybody, it's Tina. Welcome to my video today, guys. I'm a few minutes early. I'm like 15 minutes early, but I wanted to get on here, jump in, and do this live for you guys. We have lots to talk about today because lots of things are happening. Let me get my comments set up. Hey, Chris. Hey, Julie. Julie and I have already talked this morning. We've already chatted. Welcome, guys. Let me get my comments up here before we jump in. There is a ton going on. I've totally missed this week. I haven't had a lot going on. I posted at the beginning of the week that I was taking the week off, sort of. And when I say taking the week off, that does not mean that I'm like on vacation, sitting on the couch watching movies. Usually when I say I am taking the week off, it just means that I'm not posting as regularly because I have a bunch of stuff to catch up on. And I'm actually probably working a little bit longer hours than normal. And that's definitely what has been happening this week. Okay, my comments are on here. Hey, Marty, Kathy, good morning, Daisy, and Lisa. Okay, so lots of things happening. Let me get some lights on here, and then let's chat about all of the things today. Okay, so a couple things I want to share first. I wanted to share this, you guys. If you saw, you might have seen the post on Instagram. This was so sweet. I had a gal, she's been a customer and a follower, and she's hung out here online with me before. And on, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday, I got a package in the mail, and I was like, what is this? Like, I didn't, I hadn't ordered anything. It was in a Stampin Up box, but it wasn't from Stampin Up. And I opened it up, and it was this. It is a picture frame, and then this, it sits like this, but it's a camera. And I got this really beautiful note from Elizabeth, and she said she saw this and just felt like I needed to have it. You guys may know I love cameras. There's lots of cameras displayed in my craft room, my studio here, and then also a lot of my branding for my business. It has a camera in it. And so it was the sweetest thing. It really made me smile, and it was such a thoughtful gift. So thank you so much for thinking of me and for sending that my way. I already have a perfect place in my office for it. And then the other fun thing I wanted to show is this. I got this in the mail, and I'm just excited for Megan. They got married, but they're having like a reception celebration kind of thing in October. And I had already seen these. I had helped her pick out the final invite. And so I had seen them through text messages, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I got this in the mail, and I was like, what did Megan send me? And I opened it up, and I had to call her right away because I was like, I can't believe you sent me one. I'm so excited. And so I just had to share that because it was so fun. I'm just excited for her. So those are a couple things I got in the mail this week that I wanted to share with you guys. And then we're going to make a card, but I just have quite a few things to chat about. So the first thing is the catalog is going live on Wednesday. So this beautiful, beautiful catalog, we'll be able to look inside of it, is going live on September 4th on Wednesday. I have created a set of labels to go with the catalog that you will get on the 4th. When I do my catalog walkthrough, when I send out my email that the catalog is live, this will be included. It will be included as a free download. All you have to do is I use the same set of labels for all of my labeling systems. And so when you guys get these from me, you use Avery Label Sheet 8167. And then you can pop these off and you can label your items. So there's all of the designer paper, all of the dies. Specialty items like red glimmer paper, Let It Snow embellishment kit, the Memory and More cards. So there's some specialty items here. I went ahead and did a whole section for bundles in case the way that you organize or put your things away, you do it maybe by bundle. I noticed, like, I just label my dies like this. These are actually Wendy's dies. I'm borrowing them from her. But like if you just label your dies like this, or some people will label them together, like they will store their dies in their stamp set. And then if you wanted to put the bundle name on it, you could do that. So I have the bundles listed here. And then I have some other items. There were just a few other things that were in the catalog that I wanted to make sure you guys had. And so it's, and I mean, I'll probably go over this again when I do the catalog walkthrough, but it is just broke up. Like this is holiday DSP, dies, specialty items, bundles, and then other items. And so I've already printed out and used mine because I've already put my designer paper away and everything. And then I already have dies that I've been using this for. So this is going live on the 4th, right? So that's very exciting. Holiday paper share invoices went out today. So this morning, several of you have already paid. Several of you have already emailed me. We've already had conversations. If you signed up for a paper share, please make sure you look for your invoice. They went out today. If you do not have an invoice from me, if you cannot find an invoice and you're like, yeah, but I totally, purchased a share, you need to email me, like contact me right away, because whoever has not paid by the 2nd is coming off the list and I'm not ordering the items for the share. So you have to pay by the 2nd. I give people, I know it's the weekend, I know it's Friday, you may not have been in your inbox yet. I always have a little bit of time, but if you don't have an invoice, what happened last time is somebody didn't get an invoice, paper stuff got ordered, and then it was really like 3 weeks later, an email came in and it was like, I didn't get an invoice, where's my share? So I'm not responsible for knowing what's in your inbox, you guys. Like, it's not my superpower to know once they go out, they go out. So please look for that and pay. I actually have 3 spots left. So if anybody is interested in a share between now and the 2nd, please let me know and I can probably squeeze you in. I'm kind of just making it work and purchasing like 3 shares for myself to have on hand. Just because I need to fill them in sets of 4. And I had somebody at the last minute really want to get in on it. And so I squeezed her in. Okay, so that is the holiday catalog. The last thing that I want to chat with you guys about is today, the next few days are the last few days to sign up with Stampin' Up, to purchase your starter kit, and to get $55 in free product. So if you have been thinking about joining Stampin' Up, now is the time to do that, because you spend $99 on the starter kit. You get to pick out $155 in product, and that ships to you for free. So it's really amazing because you get free shipping and then you get the $55 in free product. Plus you get a $10 coupon to use in August. So that's really amazing. And if you're like, yeah, but the catalog doesn't go live and I really want holiday catalog stuff, and so, I don't want to do that, you can totally get holiday catalog stuff right now. So you can get anything that's in the holiday catalog, you can put on your starter kit order. So you could get $55 in free product from the holiday catalog, which isn't even live yet, which is amazing. So I will put a link, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'll stick a link up here in the description if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube on Tuesday, none of this will matter because August will be over. So this deal is good through the end of August. Okay. So that's what's happening there. So like I said, do you guys want to see a sneak peek of Wendy's cards for the paper share party? She just gave these to me last night. I'm just going to go really fast because I want them to sort of be a surprise. So those are her cards. We are finishing up details for the share today. So I mentioned that I took some time off this week, and this is all the stuff that I've been doing. So this is just all of the notes and stuff for the share that we're doing. I've had my holiday catalog out, and I've been making notes and figuring out figures. I got Wendy's cards yesterday from her, and then I'm filming videos this weekend for it. And then the other thing that I've been doing is my September plan for you guys. I have a whole list of things that are happening. That's for our share. I thought I'd give you guys a little sneak peek. I'm starting to think of my plan for October. I'm planning out my 8 weeks of Christmas. This is my next holiday catalog order that I'm putting in on the 5th. So this is my plan for next week. So, and then I'm also planning out my Facebook Lives for you, because in September, we are doing 3 lives a week. So it's going to be fun. Marty said she loved the labels and she'll have to catch the replay. She's having internet issues. Okay, let me see. Sorry, guys. How do I do this? Nope. Oh, here we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, so I think that's good. Okay, so now let's make a card. I just wanted to catch up on comments here and see what was going on. So today, for our live today, we are going to use some new product. And we're going to use some blends. And then we're going to be doing some fall stuff. And you guys know I am itching for fall to be here. So we had a little heat wave this last week, and it has passed, thank goodness. And we've had a little bit cooler weather, which has been really nice. For the first time last night, I slept really good, and it was a lot cooler, so that's nice. But I am so itching for some rain. I cannot wait for us to have some rain to get the dust and the dirt out of the air, and it's just so dry. It's that end of summer, right, where everything's just dry, and I'm ready. I'm ready for it. So in the spirit of being ready for this, I thought we would use Gather Together today. We're not going to use any designer paper today. We're just going to use the stamp set, and we're going to use these colors. I love these colors for fall. I was thinking that maybe I should use crushed curry. Maybe I'll use crushed curry. And then we're going to use the leaf. We are using the pumpkins and then a sentiment. I have my Stamp Club projects planned for next month with this set. This is what we're using. Do you guys want to see a sneak peek of them? Of course you do. I spent some time yesterday creating. So these are our Stamp Club projects for next month. And we use this product and the dies that go with it. I love these cards that I did yesterday. They were a lot of fun to do. So let's use these colors, and then we're going to use the leaf and the pumpkins. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to need all of these open. So crushed curry, old olive, Cajun craze. Okay. So here what I have, we're going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And this is just our card base. And then what I need is I have some early espresso, and I'm still going to use this color to do this. Oops, I just put that right in my ink. That's the problem with having the ink open. This is, I want to give you guys, show you what I'm doing. So this is 4 1/4, and then I just want this at 2 inches. Okay. And that's literally all we're going to need of the cardstock. And what I can do is I can put this piece down because then we're going to work on another piece. So this piece is just going to go down onto the base. And I'll use my grid mat. Can you guys see? I feel like I'm a little bit off over here. Let me fix this. And then we'll move the ink. Clearly the ink is too close to me. And then we'll go up. How's that, guys? Sorry that we're bouncing around a little bit. Okay. So right here, and I'm going to use my grid mat. It's going to go somewhat in the middle. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'd rather use my lines to line things up than to have it perfectly centered and then not straight. I'm going to have a little bit of an overhang, which is totally fine because then I can trim it off. I'd rather have a little too much than not enough. So we'll trim that right up. Okay, so now you guys see that part. Now we're going to do the stamping. So what I want to do is have a piece of grid paper because we're going to stamp off the edge of the paper. And I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I just took a 1/4 inch off. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this layer is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Is that like a little too hard to see? I feel like it's really washed out. That might be a little bit better. Okay, so now let's do the stamping. So we have our leaf, and then I have my Stampin' Scrub. That's how I clean my stamps. And I'm just gonna wet one side of it. And then it's just off to the side here because we're gonna need to clean this. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do 3 colors. We'll do Crushed Curry. And we're going to do that one right here, and we're stamping off the edge. The great thing about this leaf stamp is it like nestles together so nicely. You're gonna see what I mean in a minute. So there's Crushed Curry. We will clean the stamp. So you just rub it into the wet spot and clean it, scrub it, and then the next side you dry it by doing the same thing, scrubbing it on the dry side. Okay, so now let's do Old Olive, and then watch how beautifully this nestles in together. I mean, it is perfect. You know what, Gail? I think that Marty was having an issue too. I have it set on the highest setting. I'm sorry you're having issues. And then we're going to do Cajun Craze, and then watch how fabulously this nestles right into these other ones. Hopefully I got them in there. I'm not directly over my... Perfect. I wish this one was a little bit closer, but that's okay. So I think we can close up these colors. Okay. So now we have these. So now what we're going to do is a trick that I love doing. We are going to take this piece that we already stamped on. We're going to put this in our Subtles embossing folder, and I'm going to run it through my Big Shot really quick. So I'm just right off camera for a second, but I promise I haven't left you. So just roll it through your Big Shot. Okay. So now the reason we had to do this second is because we've stamped on it. So if you emboss it first, you're not going to get clear, clean images from your stamping. Okay. So we have this, and then we have our two pieces. Okay. We're literally almost done. So next I'm going to take some linen thread. And I'm going to take a pretty generous amount. You guys know me. I would rather have quite a bit so that I can tie my bow. Like, I know it can be wasteful. And I'm going to say this, I don't feel bad wasting it, because if my bow comes out, I'm more interested in my bow coming out than I am wasting the string. So this is linen thread. Now, I've wrapped it around 4 times just because I cut so much. I have one piece here. I always show you guys this because I get questions about it all the time. And I have one piece here. So they're going the opposite, right? So I'm going to take this piece here, and it's going to go over my string. I know I'm a little far away and it's a little hard. Stay with me. So we're going to go over all of the strings, and then we're going to tuck that underneath. And what that's going to create, I can't get it this time. There we go. Is it's going to create this way that we don't have to tie a knot. So instead of now having to tie a knot and then tie a bow, that gives it enough give, and you can still move it around. So wherever you want your bow, you can still get it there. And I actually want my bow over here. So I'm just going to work the linen thread over this way and then tighten it up a little bit. And now you can just tie your loops for your bow, and it's still going to stay in place. So that's just a little trick on how to make that snug and be able to fit, and then your bow lays flat. So instead of having a knot there, that kind of makes it weird. And then I wasted a lot of string, a lot of linen thread, a lot of it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put some fun foam on here, and you don't have to worry about fixing the string and making it perfect yet, because we're going to do that at the end. We're going to get our fun foam on here to add a little bit of dimension to this. That's also going to keep that linen thread in place. Okay, now we're going to add this to our card base, like so, and we're really almost done with this card, and I absolutely love it. We'll make our loops a little bit smaller, and we'll tighten them up. You gotta fuss with, when you do bows, you gotta fuss with it a little bit. If you have any of this left from, I think this was in the Occasions catalog. This is the old olive linen thread. It would look really pretty on here too. I was going to use this, but all my club members are going to be getting some of this. And so I need to keep all the stuff that I have, so I have enough for club members next month. Okay, so we have that now. So now let's do our sentiment. So I'm going to do my sentiment in Early Espresso. Originally, you're going to see another version of this card, and originally I had done it in Old Olive. So I'm just using one of the sentiments from this stamp set. I love that. It's a little off-centered, but it's fine. And then we need Cajun Craze. So we have that sentiment, and then let's grab a piece of scratch paper. So when I was doing this card, I sat down and I designed the card, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do for my live, which is what I prefer to do. I really prefer not to wing it, but I do that a lot too. But then I was like, oh my gosh, like I've already shown them all of this. Like I've used this set so much because I spent all day yesterday playing with this set and making stuff. And I was like, oh no, that was for club. That wasn't for, nobody has seen that yet. So I have my pumpkin pie blends, and they're a mess. The last time I did a video for you guys, you saw that they were a mess, and you're going to see, especially my light is a mess. And so what I'm going to do, because this is kind of a mess and I don't want to spend a lot of time coloring necessarily, I'm just on the edge of my marker. I'm just getting the paper wet, okay? And adding the light there. And then I will go in with my dark. And just where these lines are, you guys, I love coloring pumpkins. I feel like, I mean, it just makes me so happy. My Megan, my friend Megan, that I showed you the wedding invitation for, was totally giving me a hard time because I decorated for fall at the beginning of August. So typically, in all of the time that I've been married, certainly, I've always decorated for fall, like the middle of August. And since the kids have been in school, I always do it the weekends that they go back to school. So they head back to school, and then that weekend I do like a deep cleaning of my house, and then I decorate for fall. And so my friend Megan was like, "You're crazy for decorating for fall. Like, I don't decorate anything for fall or autumn until the week after Halloween." And I was like, oh my gosh, who has time to decorate their house for like 3 weeks? Like, so I was giving her totally a hard time, and she was like, "You're crazy." And I was like, no, fall has to start as soon as possible. Like, I don't decorate for Halloween, so I just leave all my fall decor up through the middle of November, and then in the middle of November I start decorating for Christmas. So we don't get a Christmas tree until the first week of December, but I start putting up all my Christmas decorations the middle of November because, like, who has time to redecorate their whole house and it just be there for like 3 weeks? If I'm going to spend all that time, I want it to be that way for a while. And then I always leave my Christmas tree up through the first week of like January, and then I leave all my snowman stuff up all of January, and then I decorate for Valentine's Day like in February. And then we decorate for spring. So it was so funny because I was thinking about her and thinking if she popped on here, she'd probably be like, "Oh my word, why are you doing a fall card?" Okay, so now we're going to finish putting the card together. So this is going to go right here. So I want to know, when do you guys, if you decorate for fall, when do you do it? Like, do you think it's crazy that we're already doing fall projects and like fall is coming and pumpkins are out? And I heard that Starbucks brought out their pumpkin spice stuff, which I don't like pumpkin spice. I don't like their pumpkin spice coffee stuff. That I don't like drinking pumpkin spice, but I love burning pumpkin spice. Like, my candles in my house are all pumpkin spice. But I just want to know, do you guys, are you like totally annoyed by it, or do you love it? Because I love it. I feel like I can pretend it's not 100 degrees outside. I can pretend like maybe, just maybe, it'll rain next week, right? I just like living in a fantasy land. Like, I'd rather be delusional, right? Isn't that better than living in reality? Okay. So then I'm going to put a pumpkin right here. And originally I had colored and cut these out, but I just don't really feel like there's any room for them. I feel like they're weird. Like, there's just not the appropriate amount of room. Like, I wanted to layer them, but I just don't feel like it works. So Chris is in the camp of no fall decorations till late September. Oh man, you and Megan need to get together. You guys will be perfect for each other. Well, Chris decorates for Halloween. So she does Halloween decorations, which are beautiful, by the way. But I don't decorate for Halloween, so that takes that off the table. Fall is in the air today in Wisconsin. Oh, I love that. Oh, you guys, I just love fall. You guys, it just is so Like fall, like it like just does something to my soul. It like renews my soul. Like when it rains, oh, I just can't wait. Oh, you do both fall and Halloween. So wish we could send you rain. Oh no. Gail, I'm sorry to hear that. We had a very mild summer here. Like usually we have a lot of 100-degree days, and we actually didn't have very many of those. So we've had a very mild summer, and then last winter we had a very, very wet winter. So here's this one, and let me show you the one that I designed for this. You'll see a few differences. When do you guys start decorating for Christmas? Do you guys wait until December? Like my mom used to put up the Christmas tree like the weekend after or like the Friday after Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving would happen, and then that Friday she would start decorating for Christmas. I love it, you guys. I love Christmas. I love the house being decorated. And I mean, I literally would decorate for Christmas. Like I would decorate for Christmas at the beginning of November if my husband would let me. Over the years, like I've been able to do it a little bit earlier. Like last year I did the middle of November and he was okay with that. But he doesn't allow Christmas music to start until December. He's not a Christmas music fan. Oh, see, that's what Chris does. The Friday after Thanksgiving. Chris, is it a family thing for you guys? Like, do you do it, or typically, I don't think she'd mind me saying this. Her son moved out this year. He's getting married. And so Chris is an empty nester, which is it's such an exciting time. But in the past, has it been a like family thing? And do you think you'll do it like, if it has been like a family thing, like going forward? Isn't that like fun when you can do that? We do the tree together. Chris. Right? He's got to keep me in line. He's got to keep me in line. Lisa said Halloween on October 1st, fall on November 1st, and Christmas the day after Thanksgiving. Oh, and then Mardi Gras, right? In King's Day, which is January 6th. So you do a lot of decorating, Lisa. See, I think that's a big, I think traditionally that's what people do, right? Thanksgiving, like the day after Thanksgiving, doing Christmas. We don't have family really that we host Thanksgiving for. But if they did, they would come and it would be decorated for Christmas. A lot of times what our family did, because, especially as I was an adult, married, and we would go to my grandma's for Christmas or for Thanksgiving, what a lot of time our family did is we would combine like Christmas and Thanksgiving. Like we wouldn't have a big Thanksgiving thing because not all of us could come for Thanksgiving and then Christmas too. So we would combine, like we would push off Thanksgiving for a couple weeks and then we would like move Christmas up. And so we would have like a middle of the month kind of celebration. And then last year, I don't know if my mom is still on here, but I think last year, did I host I think I hosted Thanksgiving for the first time. And we did it around Thanksgiving. I don't think it was exactly on Thanksgiving. Oh, Julie, it's hard to see them on your phone. I have two things set up. I know sometimes that happens. That's why I always have the messages. Yeah, the messages on my iPad, because when you're just on, if I'm looking at my phone, I don't get them. It's not just you. It's totally not you. So these are our two cards. So we have the yellow and then the early espresso. So I think I saw somebody Renee said the yellow one she likes. And of course, I actually think my Wink Estella. Let's just get a new Wink Estella. This is ridiculous to not have a Wink Estella out. Okay, so let's do a new one. So when you get the Wink Estella, you untwist it, pull it off, untwist it, take this black piece off, and then put this back on, twist it, that pierces that, and then you squeeze this part and until the liquid comes out. I just squeeze kind of easy a couple times. Sometimes what happens is you'll squeeze it and see it's starting to move through the barrel, and all of a sudden a ton of glitter will come out. But of course we can add some glitter to our pumpkin. Like, why wouldn't we? And you could totally color the leaves if you want. This is a lot of white space on this card, but you guys know I love white space. Oh, and then you know what I was going to add, you guys. I was going to add a couple things from this. Where's my X-Acto knife? Here it is. I'll do it on this one. I was gonna add a couple of these. I need these colored rhinestones in every color, is what I need. Because it would not be a card of mine if it didn't have glitter and some rhinestones. I mean, I would not want to disappoint you guys. My adhesive came off this one. Yeah, like right there, right? So pretty. We'll do one with and without the bling, even though that's hard for me. It's a little bit hard, but I'll make it, you guys. So this is this my old one or my new one? This is the card for today. I'm going to pop a PDF up for you guys. And tomorrow I'm picking a winner for this product. And I'm hoping the person I pick, the person who wins, will answer me back so I can send this out to somebody. This is the prize for all of this week. And I think all of last week too. I think I'm lumping everybody in together. All you have to do is say hi, make sure I know that you're here, share the video for an extra entry, and it's a stamp set and then a die set. So it's a great giveaway. I really want this to go to somebody. So I will definitely put up a PDF. I will put up all the links. Remember, there's just a few more days to join Stampin' Up and get $55 in free product. And then if you purchased a paper share, make sure you look for the invoice and you get it paid, because I will be ordering all of that product on Wednesday, and the paper share stuff will start going out. I will be contacting you guys with the Facebook group link so we can get in there and start hanging out. There will be some challenge cards in there for you guys to work on, and then you will start seeing items for the paper share. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun creating these with you guys. I love this card. It's one of my favorites so far this season. And I am looking forward. I'll be back in full swing next week. You guys will see a post from me every day next week. You will see a walkthrough on the holiday catalog, and we will start using the product. So I hope you guys have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you guys next week.